If you are wondering what's going on with Twitter lately, well, this video is right for you. So, how is the platform changing since its acquisition by Elon Musk? Well, from fired employees to the payment for a verified account, passing through the famous, Twitter files. So basically, I'm doing this video because I want to share with you my experience as a content creator on Twitter with a profile of 150,000 followers, and I'm going to express my thoughts and opinions, on what is going on with Twitter in a very genuine way, without polemics, because I want this video to be helpful for you as well, and so providing my point of view and what I found is changing on Twitter. Whether you are a content creator on Twitter, so basically whether you work on Twitter like me or you are a simple user in your free time, of course this video could be helpful for you as well. So keep watching the video to find out more, and if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel to find more content. Let's go! Okay, so basically, if you don't know me, let's start from my story on Twitter. So basically, I opened my Twitter account in 2018. I never used it before that date, and I opened that account, to explore that platform because, I am typically very active on social media, so I like to know the platforms and know their functioning, their algorithms, and understand what kind of content works there. But at the beginning, when I opened that Twitter account, I wasn't actually very active on that. So I started to open it and just see how the platform worked, what were the tweets like, so following some, influential persons to see what was their work, on that platform. And then I really started working on Twitter since 2019, when I firstly started to share some content and start, the so-called microblogging, because actually Twitter is a very dynamic platform, a little bit different from the other social media because you have some limitations in the characters of the tweet, you have a very dynamic feed, there is a very big difference compared to the other social media. So you need to know well what works on Twitter because it is a platform of news, to discover new things, and tweet also in a quick way to share knowledge on the platform. So basically in 2019 I started, to do some microblogging, and basically it consisted on tweeting constantly. When I started, for once a day, then I updated on twice a day, for every day. So I changed, my strategy many times during these years to adapt, on what worked best for the platform. But what I tweeted was the microblog. So basically it was composed by a visual content, and then it is accompanied by a copy. So basically a text which is always limited to 280 characters on Twitter, at least at the moment, to accompany and express other thoughts about, the visual asset. I started to do this in an organic way, and then, of course, based on a growth strategy, which maybe if you like, we can also deepen in another video, I started doing this week by week, month by month, year by year, and then I started to grow my profile on that platform, and also opportunities to work on that platform with brands, so with influencer marketing, also came in. And so today I of course have updated my strategy because I use Twitter as one of my main platforms to work, and basically what I do is being always constant and publish organic or of course part of campaigns content, but basically the important thing is always to keep your profile up and running, and basically this is what I do. But apart from this, what I found during these years is that I got to know, Twitter in a very deep way. So basically, I have seen the transformation of Twitter from the platform that was before door to the platform that is now since its acquisition by Elon Musk. And so actually, especially during the latest months and weeks, there are, so many changes that I found on the platform and that I would like to share with you, also to know if you found others or if you found the same of me, and also see what are the pros and the cons of these ones. So basically now it is time to see how Elon Musk is changing Twitter. Okay, so first of all, one of the things that I heard for the rumors, about Twitter is the so-called Twitter Blue. So basically, what is the Twitter Blue? It is, a kind of subscription on Twitter that you have to get more exclusive access to new content, or also to have, some features that others don't have. For example, the possibility to edit tweets, because, at the moment when you publish a tweet, you don't have the possibility to change it. You simply need to delete it and tweet another time. But with the Twitter Blue, you can edit your tweet. But one thing that was really changing on the platform was that before, if you wanted to have a verified account, you needed to respect some criteria. And so it was a little bit difficult, to have a verified account, so basically the blue check mark next to your profile. While now it's something different that has also done, very polemics, because it's not something that is shared from the point of view of everyone. How can you get your account verified now with Twitter Blue? You simply need to pay. So basically, starting from $8 per month, you can pay, and besides, this exclusive access to the content, you can have your blue check mark next to your profile. But attention, because it's not always blue. It is blue for people, but there is also another feature, that is the gold checkmark and the gray checkmark. So the gold checkmark is for companies, while the gray checkmark is basically for governments and institutions. So basically this has generated lots of polemics, because many people say, okay, so to have a verified account, I just need to pay and get it, so there is not some kind of guarantee. Understand that your account is really verified on Twitter. Well, actually, it is true. So basically, I would have preferred, to get an account verified because it was really deserved and not it was paid. But these are changes that are going in the platform, and basically I believe that Elon Musk did so also for accountability reasons. So let's see where it will bring, us on the platform in this way. But also, one thing that I wanted to add is that this feature is not extended worldwide, but is actually only for some kind of countries. So for example, for me that I'm based in Italy, I don't have this possibility. So maybe it will be implemented in the next time. So, apart from Twitter Blue, there are also some news about, the Twitter algorithm, because one thing that I noticed is that before you logged in Twitter and see your feed, well, at the beginning, what happened is that you saw the tweets of the people you were most engaged with on the platform. So basically, the tweets were, according to the algorithm, you were more interested in. And it worked very well. But now I've seen that the algorithm has slightly changed, because you are able to see tweets from persons you don't even follow on the feed. And this is, something that I really don't think is a positive feature on the platform. And I do believe that here that would be the need of a shift, because in every social media there is the algorithm that shows you at first sight in your feed what you are interested in. So if I log in Twitter and see something that I'm not even interested in because there are people I don't follow, well, this is not something that will keep me interested in scrolling the feed. And one other thing that has changed is the fact that if you do your tweet or if you see tweets from other people, you are now able to see at the bottom of the tweet the number of impressions, so the views of that tweet. So the views are basically the number of views that people have got of that tweet. And this is basically something more transparent because, in this way, also for example, for me that I work with brands in influencer marketing campaigns, this is something more transparent and it could be useful for brands because, they can see without asking to the influencer what is the performance of that tweet, so the views that has got, and of course the change during the time. But another thing that is important is that Elon Musk announced also new features that are coming in 2023, and maybe some are coming in the next week and some far, but he said that he wanted to extend the number of characters of the tweets, so doing longer tweets, and this will be a good thing, but it could also be something that could compromise, the nature of Twitter, because Twitter was born for short form text, and so let's see how it goes. And there are also some other features that he's going to announce, so something is public and something is not, but of course I'm always keeping an eye out for it because working on Twitter and having it at the moment, and I believe it won't change anything in the future. But yes, I am very interested in, and if you feel that it is interesting also for you, I would be glad to, doing more videos to share with you this news. One of the other things that I wanted to share with you is about Review. Don't know if you ever heard about it, but actually Review was another platform affiliated to Twitter that was about, the newsletter. So what I did, let's say 1 year ago was to open an account on Review and create my own newsletter that was also published on Twitter, and from my Twitter profile people had the opportunity, to subscribe to that and stay updated on what was my weekly content on the newsletter. And actually it was great because, during the year I got many subscribers, people who were interested about, the insights and topics I talked about on the platform. And then before the end of 2022, I received an email that was about, Review shutting down. So basically they decided to close Review. And this was something I actually wasn't so happy about because, I opened it 1 year ago and I worked hard, to build subscribers. I worked hard to deliver a weekly newsletter. So it was, something, an activity that I really cared about. And so hearing about the fact that Review has almost been shut down for reasons that basically I don't know, but I believe are always related, to these changes, was something that made me think that actually it is important, to invest your time and your money on something that could be reliable. Otherwise, you risk, to do something, to invest time, money, and get also feedback, and then lose everything. But nevertheless, I have to say that I suddenly shifted and tried, to bring my subscribers of this newsletter to the other newsletter that I have that is on Delta Logics, my blog, the blog of my company, and where also there I speak about, interested topics. But nevertheless, this was not something that was very fair, for the users. But let's go on. Okay, so basically time for forecasts. What will happen in the future for Twitter? Of course, nobody knows the future path Elon Musk will undertake with Twitter. But what I do believe is that he is actually a great entrepreneur. Let's think about Tesla, SpaceX. So I hope that he will do something to save the platform and not push users to change, of course, their habits and go on other social media platforms, because that would be, of course, a pity. And one of the things also that made me think about was a poll that he launched some time ago on Twitter. So he did a poll for his subscribers, for his followers on Twitter, saying, should I step down as head of Twitter, so not being the CEO anymore? And the majority of people, of course, said yes. So not sure if that was just something that he did in a funny way, or he really will step down as CEO of Twitter and find another person. But of course, he is the owner, so he has the major decisions about it. And what I hope is that he will think of Twitter as increasing and ever-performing platform where you can do microblogging and share knowledge and news and so on, and he won't change it for worse. So let's keep Twitter and let's do something for Twitter to be a platform that could be very useful for people. And so let's create something that is better than it was before. And by the way, speaking of Elon Musk, there is a recent video that I have done that is about the top 10 richest people in the world. And of course, I know that you expect him to be there. And of course, he is there. But you may find interesting that in 2023 there are some shifts in positions. So if you like, feel free to give a glimpse to this video that is right here in the corner. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if it is so, feel free to give a glimpse to my YouTube channel where you'll find more content and videos, about the digital world and business tips. See you soon. Ciao!